everyone, give a big welcome to our guest for our Juggalo origin story this week. Our man, hold on, DC Faygo Guy. What is up, brother?
Goddamn, guys, I made it big. I'm on fucking deck one deck.
How you doing, dude?
What's
I'm
up,
good.
DC?
How are you guys?
Good, good. Oh, there you go. We're gonna make you big here. Get you on the screen here. I always fuck this up.
It's all good, man.
So how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're great, man. Thanks for joining us today, man. We were super excited to have you on. We've been wanting to have you for a while. I'm glad we could link up today.
Hell yeah. I've been wanting to be on for a minute. I've been on a few live streams this year, and I was like, I got to get on deck one out by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, man. We appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Fuck yeah, bro. What is going on, man? So what are you up to?
Well, I had the family over today for Mother's Day. Tomorrow we go and spend time with my wife's side of the family. So, yeah, they stayed a little later than I was expecting. I didn't rush them out, but I was like hinting at. I let some of them know I had something going on at 7. So
that's cool, man.
My brother's a Juggalo, and I told him, I said, "Do you watch Deck One Doubt?" He's like, "Well, I've never heard of them, so I'm going to say no." I was like, "They're a really good podcast, so hopefully you guys gain a sub."
Yeah,
Hell
thanks,
yeah,
man.
man.
That'd be sweet. We appreciate that.
I mean, I plan on sharing this shit. I've been plugging the fuck out of you guys in videos.
Yeah.
Because you guys, I don't understand how you guys have the number of subscribers that you have. Like, you guys should be growing like crazy. But,
Yeah, well, we don't really get out there and, we're not hustling promotion or anything like that. We just kind of let it ride organically.
Well, the thing about it is, apparently the way you get big on YouTube these days in the Juggalo world is you got to have a clickbait title. You got to talk drama and bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you'll fucking blow up. That's the unfortunate.
And that's what we're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying to avoid. I would rather just keep the subscribers trickling in like a couple a week, forever, than do that.
Yeah, Kizzy and I have had conversations about that. Like, we've had the clickbait conversations. Like, we don't want to fucking do that shit.
Right.
We just, organic is the best way always. Let it grow. If it takes time, that's the way it is. It's going to grow strong like that.
It's the Juggalo way.
Well, I think as our homie CPN can testify to, if you surround yourself by negativity, it will eventually consume you.
Oh, yeah.
It took a lot longer than I thought it would to consume him. So, I never wished ill feelings on him. Like, me and him never had beef or anything like that. But like the shit he was doing, I was like, this shit feels like it's gonna catch up with him. And when it did, I was like, I kind of sat back. I was like, damn, I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it to happen as soon as it did. So
yeah, I was in it for a ride for a while, but I knew it was going to. You just can't do that for that long, and it's going to come back.
Well, there's another channel that's been going real negative lately. And I had seen something about they lost all their subscribers, but I see they're back doing their thing again.
Yeah.
I try not to pay too much attention to them, and I'm avoiding their name on purpose.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Plug.
I saw that. I heard about that, and I noticed that too. I don't know what's going on there or what kind of weird fuckery is afoot, but whatever. More power to them, man. If there's people out there that like that shit, and go watch that shit.
Yeah. I mean, when the drama started popping off, my philosophy was I'm just going to stay here in my lane and just do what the fuck I do.
Yes.
Yeah, you've probably heard me say, DC, I think you were literally, like, besides Blue, of course, because, everybody knew Blue. You were the first, I think, Juggalo YouTuber I ever watched, even before CPN.
Well, thank you. I don't think I've stumbled upon that video yet. I'm slowly, I've been following you guys for a while, but I haven't been watching. Because I struggled with watching live streams for the longest time. But once I had a smart TV and I had my Switch and I could just sit there on my Nintendo Switch and fucking have YouTube play in the background, you guys had a video up. And I was like, I haven't really checked these guys out. I just let a fucking video play and, it automatically plays to a suggested one. And it just played a few years. I'm like, these guys are fucking dope. And I've been on that fucking wagon since. And I'm like, God damn, I've been following you guys for a while. I think I found you through Beneath the Dirt.
Okay, cool.
He plugged you. It might have been Carnival Spirits. That's the thing about Beastmaster. He's really good about plugging other Juggalos.
Yeah.
So I found you guys. I subscribed, and because you were doing live streams, I never really watched anything because live streams are hard for me to watch.
Same.
Oh yeah, we get it.
And I know see Keezy say that most of what he fucks with is like audio podcasts. And I'm like, fuck, I got to turn my shit into a podcast now to get him listening. I do strictly fucking videos.
Yeah, man, I would 100% listen. I got at work, all I do is listen to podcasts. But by the time I get home, like the few, I'd rather if I got time to sit down, I'm usually like playing video games or like watching like one of the shows I'm already several episodes behind on. So I never like watch YouTube ever. And so it's unfortunate because I do miss out on what I know is cool shit like your show and Carnival Spirits and stuff like that. And I have turned them on and checked you guys out at least. But I do wish I had just more time to just like consume it. So get those audio podcasts and you'll get people like me checking that shit out for sure.
Yeah, well, there's a video series I've been like talking about for a couple years now that I wanted to have visuals for it to be perfect. But since watching you guys and hearing you say you fuck with podcasts and stumbling upon Juggalo Rewind.
Yeah.
Since then, I was like, why don't we do this audio? You just purely audio, just me talking about it. So I think that's the new direction I'm going to go with it. It's basically, I'm calling it Insane Clown Philosophy. So ICP still.
Nice.
And it's me going through my interpretations of Joker cards and just going through different like interpretations I have of music and the philosophy that I take from it and apply to my life. It's a series I've wanted to do for a while, but like I think I'm trying to make it too perfect.
Okay.
I'm not going to make it perfect if I keep trying to make it perfect.
Is that something you would intend on like would you like write it out like in a thoughtful way and then kind of like present it, or would that be more of like a stream of consciousness thing that you'll just like get your thoughts as you're listening to it or something like that?
Probably what I would do is write it down. So if I'm like listening to a song and like there's things I take away from it, like for instance is Growing Again off of The Tempest. So a long time ago, I was part of this forum called East Coast Juggalos. And there was a guy that there was like a section they had, a thread that they had that was for like the reverse messages or hidden messages in ICP's music. And this guy made a post talking about Growing Again and how it's got like a double meaning. And I'm like, how the fuck does this song have a double meaning? But I was reading what he was saying about it. And he was like, so when you listen to when they're saying watch when you fall down, I'm pretty sure it's watch where you fall down.
Okay.
But I get what he was saying, like watch when you fall down. Now I'm growing again. So basically when you fall down and life fucking hits you, kind of like off of OK from Found, since you guys are listening, like when you fall down, you just got to grow from that shit. Keep growing again. And I'm like, I never would have interpreted that song like that, but I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that does makes a lot of sense.
That's kind of where the idea is like just songs out there. Like if there's a certain message that I'm taking away from it and applying to my life, like I want to do a fucking video series about that. Whether or not people are on the same page with me or not, it allows you to see it in that perspective and be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that sounds sweet, man. I would definitely listen to that for sure. I would like to say that I'll watch it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it recorded, so I'm probably gonna hit up you or maybe even Roan to see like, all right, how do I do this podcast thing? I don't have a fucking clue.
We'll help you out.
Well, I'll say, man, I like your take on the Joker's cards and the ICP and the philosophy, and everything I've gotten from you when I watch your videos. You're very passionate about this universe and this world, and it comes out and I can feel it. And you got a great voice, man. You got a great voice for podcasting, so I would definitely say do that shit.
Yeah, I toyed around with, actually, ironically, around the time that Missing Link was first announced, before any of the albums came out. It was right after Hallowicked 2014. I did a video. It was like called "Who Is the Missing Link?" And I did it purely fucking audio, no visuals. And I had people saying like, yo, this was cool how you did this, do more. And so I did a few of them, and then I just stopped doing them again. So yeah. You and Roan, you guys and Roan are the reason why this microphone is now in my camera angle. Cause I was like, these guys are doing podcast shit. I want to do podcast stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. I like it. Look, I mean, I like your setup right there, bro. It looks really good.
Thanks. My wife was like, I don't like the mic and the view. I was like, I'm trying to make it feel and look more podcast because that's what everybody's doing. And I don't really care for live streaming because I don't think I have the attention span to keep entertaining everybody.
Yeah, I get that.
When I'm hosting it, I love jumping on somebody else's shit, but when I'm hosting it, the pressure is on because you're like, I got to entertain.
Yeah.
I can't entertain.
It's easier for us because we can play off each other. But I know what you're saying. What just doing it yourself? Yeah, I mean that's a lot of shit right there.
That is way too hard. I couldn't imagine just doing a podcast by myself.
Yeah.
So, but if you are gonna do it, I think writing it out and planning it, that would be the way to go. It would sound a lot better for sure. A lot less. Okay. Shoot. Feeling dead air.
Yeah, it definitely. It won't be something I do live. It'll be pre-recorded for sure.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, but I will say in your videos, I think in your videos you go on just like a thought process sometimes where you're not really on a script or anything.
Yeah.
And I will say I do enjoy just your thought process when it kind of just it's going, you know, off the cuff and stuff. So I still think even that is, you know, for someone like me, I like that. I find that entertaining.
Yeah, I find that when I listen to podcasts, like most of the shit that I like is when people are just like fucking around. You know, even when I listen to, you know, Juggalo Rewind and stuff, like some of my favorite shit, I love what they're doing, but some of my favorite shit is just hearing those guys like goof off and laugh. You know, like it's just you hear it's feeling like you're there, you know, and being part of the conversation, which is what I find appealing about podcasts.
One thing about DC's videos I've found is that he poses questions I've never thought of before. Like almost in every video, I'll hear him ask like, well, what if it's this or that, something like that. And I'm just like, wow, what the fuck? Like I've never. So I will say that, man, you have a way about questioning things that is I think is missing in a lot of shit.
I can get very off the wall with shit.
Yeah, but I like it, man. I like it.
And sometimes it's completely just not there. Like I'll be like, what if it's this? And it's like, you're nowhere close to the fucking target. Nowhere close to it.
That's all right, man. We all get there.
Yeah, throw shit at the wall.
At least I threw the fucking dart, right?
That's it. So let's get into your origin. So where are you from?
So I'm from Indiana. I'm originally from the Muncie area. That's not where I live. And obviously I won't say where I live, but I'm from Indiana. That's home. I've lived in Utah. I've lived in Wyoming. I lived out of country in New Zealand. Always come back to Indiana. So Indiana is home.
Okay.
You're right next door to us.
Yep.
So why did you live in New Zealand?
So have you ever heard of the show 90 Day Fiance?
Yes.
So that show my mom could have been on.
Okay.
When we lived in Wyoming, she was in the Yahoo chat rooms, and there was this guy that lived in New Zealand that was fascinated with the West Coast of the United States. So they naturally like hit it off, and out of the fucking blue, she like, this was like November of 2002, I think it was. She fucking flies to New Zealand, meets this guy, and within the 2 weeks that she was there, she marries him.
Oh wow.
So her whole goal was to try to get into the States. So she comes back, and then she ends up going back there because he wasn't able to get approved for a visa. And so in the spring of 2003, she flew back out there and was gone for like 3 months. Wasn't able to get him approved because of some shit that he went through with mental health. So she ended up coming back, and in the fall of that year, we moved there until he could get approved, which took damn near 2 years.
Okay, that's interesting, man. That's
and
cool.
It's 2 years I won't ever get back. New Zealand was a beautiful country, but we went there at a terrible time because that was when the Iraqi war was like popping off.
Okay.
So it was a lot of, oh, you're an American, and you just got treated like shit.
I see.
Because of it. So.
I will admit, judging by your name, I thought you were from DC.
A lot of people do.
But
you
put it together eventually, right?
The origin of the name is I was trying to come up with a new email address, and it was actually when we lived in New Zealand. So we had watched Jim Carrey's Cable Guy, and I was like, Cable Guy. I was like, what if I worked for the Dark Carnival and I fucking brought Faygo to people? So I'd knock on your door. It's like, Faygo Guy. So that was the whole name, DC Faygo Guy.
I love it. Okay.
So I had that email for years. And in 2007, when I finally made a YouTube channel, I just based the name off of the email that I had. And when I started making content, I was like, I'm DC Faygo Guy.
Okay, cool. All right. Well,
memorable name.
Yeah, it is.
Very memorable name.
Very Juggalo.
So how old are you?
I am 34. Just turned 34 in January.
Okay, so how old were you when you got into ICP then?
When I got into ICP, so help me with math here. It was in 2002. So I was 14.
So yeah, that was 20 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be 14. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Same age I was.
Prime
That was-
age.
That was when I started listening to it. It had been in my life for 5 years prior to that because my sister was obsessed with ICP for years.
Okay.
She, and I don't know the exact time frame. I'm wanting to think it was 97, 98 because I was in the 4th grade, and that was the year I was in the 4th grade. I just can't pinpoint the exact month or year that it was, but it had to have been after Malenko came out. But she had been listening to him since then. And at that time, I wasn't fucking with them at all. Could not stand it. They would listen to Riddlebox all the time. It took being in. So in 2002, we had moved from my hometown of Parker City out to Laramie. And at that point, we'd lived in Parker for 2 years, moving back from Utah. So we had moved within a 5-year span. We had moved like 3 fucking times. And I was just kind of like done making friends because every time I make a friend, we move. And because of that, I became an outcast. And we had stumbled upon like pass me by was, I gotta get my fucking memory right here. I'm trying to jump ahead to fucking Behind the Paint. So one night I'm sitting in my sister's room and they're listening to Great Malenko, and Pass Me By comes on, and I hear that piano. And at the time I was a big fan of Linkin Park's In the End. The piano is what I really loved.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this song is really good. And from there, I just borrowed my sister's CD and started listening and just discovering everything. Well, her boyfriend at the time, he was falling out with his roommates, so we went to go help get his shit. And my brother happened to go through one of his roommates' CD binder, and he found some CDs that were ICP that we had never seen, and it was Bizarre Bizarre. And this is the part I hate to admit, because we fucking stole those from another Juggalo.
You're good,
in order
man.
to listen to Bizarre Bizarre. When I heard Behind the Paint, I was in 8th grade. I was a fucking outcast because I didn't want to make friends. And like by the time I finished that song, I was like, yo, I'm a Juggalo.
Hell yeah.
So
That's what's up, bro.
That's a hell of a story, man. Hell of an opener.
So were you into it so if it was 2002, you're catching up, your prime time for the Wraith.
Yes.
What was your experience like for the Wraith then?
So the Wraith, we didn't have internet for a while. So I had like no resources. All I knew was Ringmaster, Great Malenko, Amazing Juckle Brothers, Riddlebox, and at the time Bizarre Bizarre. That's all I knew of ICP was those albums.
Okay.
I mean, that's a hell of a catalog to have right there.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So like I don't ever claim old school Juggalo because to me I wasn't old school. I came into it right at the end. But I kind of have like that old school. I was kind of born in the 6 Joker cards because that's all I had.
Yeah,
I just didn't have the resources to really branch out.
I mean, it's all within a few years. Even the old schoolers,
it's all relative. I think that just that music. There's something about the coming of age, like age, and that music, like if it seeps in at that age, like
if you're 14 in the early 2000s and you discover ICP, I would say that's old school.
bro, you're deck one tell for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely old school.
Hell yeah. Well, there was a guy at school, and the only reason I think he even fucking knew I liked ICP was because on my that planner journal you get for school that has your calendar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just fucking wrote ICP all over. He's like, "Oh, you like ICP?" And he always had ICP shirts on. And I was so jealous of him because I never had the resources to get shirts or nothing. And one day he came up and gave my brother a burnt copy of The Wraith. Went home, fucking listened to it. Absolutely in fucking love with that album.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to hear it until about the springtime of 2003.
Okay.
So, but
so you knew of its existence though?
I knew of its existence because, he was a juggler. He's like, "Yo, have you guys heard The Wraith?" And we were like, "No, we hadn't heard it." So that was when he brought in the burnt copy for us.
Okay.
But
so your sister had fallen off by then?
No, she was still fucking with him. She didn't fall off until about 2007, 2008.
Okay.
Like she's still down. It's just not heavily in her rotation.
Okay.
I tell her all the time I stole her passion.
That's funny.
But,
I mean, it passes on. It's almost like it's almost like an energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people pass it on to you.
She randomly a few months ago started fucking texting me skits and references to old school shit. And I'm like, oh, fucking with some ICP right now. She's like, yeah, it just like fucking popped up. And I was like, damn, I haven't heard this in forever.
That's cool.
So,
I mean, it's got that. Those skits have that appeal, like the old Saturday Night Live skits do,
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. You know what I mean? It's like shit you'll never forget,
yeah.
like the old Chris Farley
off.
skits. You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah. See, and that was the very first skit I ever heard. The very first thing from ICP I heard was that skit in like 98 sometime.
The fuck is that? What does that mean?
And literally, I did that because my sister, with a friend that introduced her to ICP, they were listening to that skit, and I'm like, "What are you guys saying?" And they were like, "Fuck off." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" Fuck off. Like I was like walking right into the skit.
Yeah, yeah.
Able to play it
That's
perfectly,
hilarious.
So
That's hilarious.
That's good shit.
My sister did the same thing. What does that mean? Fuck off. Same shit, man.
That's funny, man. So let's see. So your parents then they must have already been like conditioned. They had calluses to deal with juggalos by the time you started getting into it then.
oh yeah, my mom, because around the time that my sister was starting to get into ICP, things with my stepdad at that time were iffy. So they split up not short after that. My mom always told my siblings like they weren't allowed to listen to it, so they had to sneak it a lot. By the time I started listening to it, she's like, I don't care if you listen to it, but I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Until
reasonable.
Thy Unveiling, she loves Thy Unveiling, but she's also a real big Christian. Like I don't know if I would say Christian. She was baptized into the Mormon church, and so were we. She has more of like Christian beliefs now. She just purely believes in Jesus.
Okay.
So hearing that the carnival is God and may all juggalos find him, she just fucking loves that. And I'm like, it has kind of made me cringe to the song now because
yeah.
you know I'm not all about Christianity, but
Understandable.
yeah.
Okay, well, I always like asking that question because I mean most juggalos we talk to, I don't think we found any juggalos that like got into being into ICP as an adult. You know, like everyone's like a teenager by the time they find ICP. So,
well, we had the one guest. She was,
Alzy, yeah,
she had just got into him, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, she's interesting though.
Yeah.
She is a trip. I followed her on Twitter after you guys had her on, and I'm like, some of the shit she's posting, I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like that.
Yeah, same.
She was that infectious kind of crazy.
She's been posting some really cool art. She does art.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. All right, man. That's cool. That's cool. So I am curious. Like, I see it in all your screenshots and everything, and I'm sure you've made a video about it. But what is the riddle box behind you?
Okay, so the riddle box there, and I'll do what I can to grab it. We went to the first DCG Con in Detroit, and they had an art contest, and my wife was like, yo, I want to do some stuff to enter it. So she made two things. She made a Malenko hat, and she made that riddle box.
Cool.
And she ended up entering just the riddle box into the contest. I hope my dogs are not fucking annoying.
We can hear them, but it's no big deal, bro. It's
okay.
fine.
She entered the riddle box, and I think she got like 4th or 5th place.
Okay, that's cool.
Tom Wood, he was kind of with me. She painted a crank on the side, and I told her prior, like, we should make one.
Yeah.
And I finally told her, I said, I just want to turn the crank, damn it. So she had it painted on, and he had kind of agreed that he felt like it needed to have an actual crank.
Yes.
So, but yeah, she made it for that art contest, and I'll try to grab it real quick, show you guys.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I always see it in the screenshots. I'm like, that looks cool. I want to know what the fuck that is.
No, I believe Tom Wood's doing he's doing an art contest this year as well, I believe.
Nice.
So
You want to enter the Barkle brothers in that?
I mean, I'd like to enter a piece of actual, like, piece of art, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Create
Yeah.
something and enter. Yeah.
So everything here she handmade herself.
Oh, cool.
All the way from the fucking question mark on the front, which is, she used a fucking sawzall to make that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so that's all wood.
Yeah, it's all wood.
Nice.
So, and there's the crank that I was like, I kind of wish it was an actual crank.
Yeah, sure. Does it
So,
open?
And then
Okay.
it does open. And we
Nice.
use it to store stuff.
Oh, cool.
That is really cool.
And I had an extra decal. She's like, can I have it? I was like, yeah, I'm not using it. And so she ordered one that said turn the crank on it. But yeah, we just keep like old like album inserts and shit like that. And I think we have some of our gathering charms like these we have like 3 of these that were sent to us, so we kept those in there.
Those are the coins?
Yeah, those are the coins.
Nice.
And then our ticket for the DCG Con after parties.
Sweet, man.
Just kind of like a stash box in a way.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's really cool.
So
All right, I love
That's
that
cool, man. I'm always impressed with people that can do some some woodwork, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm always cool with that.
And the Malenko hat, I think, is chilling behind me. No, it's not.
Oh,
I was gonna
can't see.
kind of try to show that, but we have a little mannequin head that it's sitting on.
Nah.
So
She just grabbed.
so she like a crafty kind of like with any type of material.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure you can see it. There's a Yum Yum vase behind me too. Right
Oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah, I did see
I do
that.
see that now.
She randomly was like, "I want to make a vase," because we had a few of them.
So is
She's like,
she
"I want to make a Yum Yum vase."
is she down, or she just kind of like does it because she knows you're such a huge fan, or
Oh yeah, she's down. That's how we met. Like
Okay.
if she wasn't a Juggalo and I wasn't a Juggalo, I don't think we would have met.
okay, cool. So how did you meet?
So we met through she at the time she was dating a guy that was a mutual friend with a friend that I knew. And we found each other on MySpace. And at the time, she was still 16. So I only ever pursued a friendship with her.
Okay.
And I tried to pursue a friendship with her boyfriend at the time, but it just wasn't there. I think he thought I was trying to do more with her, but she's fucking 16. Like, I'm not trying to do shit like that. I was just trying to find Juggalo homies because there wasn't none where I live.
Okay.
And that's still the case today. That's how this channel came to be, was like, I want to talk Juggalo shit with Juggalos, and there's not Juggalos around me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, we had met on MySpace, started talking there. I ended up moving down to Georgia because I was looking at being homeless. So I moved down to where my mom was living at the time. And we just kept texting. And eventually I moved back up here. She was 17 at the time. We did start dating when she was 17. So I don't know. That's probably not.
No, I'm just kidding.
That might make some people go like, oh my gosh, she was 18. But
Bro, I don't care.
I mean, you guys have had.
She wasn't 16. To me, I was like, okay, you're almost 18. Like, I'm just gonna kind of like hook this up now, and we'll see what we do when you turn 18.
I mean, you've been together half your lives at this point, so it worked out.
That's
right?
a long run right there,
That's a
man,
long
for
time.
a relationship.
So we've been together since 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good ass run.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, just curious.
So some gathering questions. Do you plan on being at the gathering?
As of right now, I'm still kind of at 80%. Like, the not announcing the lineup has me saying no, but the more that me and Megs talk, the more it's like, yeah, we're gonna go. So
yeah, man.
I want to go. I didn't go last year because it was very last minute, and it's the last. I mean, it's the only one I haven't been to in the last couple of years, aside from the one in Oklahoma, because I've been to Gathering 17. I went to Whoopstock. We went to Super Gathering. I just didn't go last year.
Yeah, you went to all the ones that I regret not going to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoopstock was a blast. When they announced it back at Legend Valley, I was like, I'm there.
Yeah.
I didn't even like hesitate. I was like, I'm there.
Yeah. Well, like I tell people, Jay mentioning his heart issues, I would say, man, if you can catch it, because you never know. You never know.
For sure.
You never know what could be the last gathering, with Jay. So I would
Exactly.
just a thought.
I've heard rumors that this is going to be the last gathering. That's why they're doing this whole dream gathering thing. I don't know. There's really no weight to that. That's just what I had heard.
Yeah.
And it's all hearsay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of also in the back of my mind, like with his heart condition and hearing that this is supposedly the last one. I'm like, I just want to go, even if the lineup sucks ass.
Just come to hang out with us, bro.
That's been my thing. It's like, if I'm gonna go and the lineup sucks, I'm there to hang out with like Deck One Doubt. I want to see fucking Roan make it to the gathering, but he seems to be stubborn like a motherfucker.
Where's he at? Like Arizona or some shit?
No, he's up in New England.
Oh, okay.
So he's out in Mass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I'd like to meet him too. He's a cool ass motherfucker. I need to get him on here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we got
Definitely
DC Faygo Guy. We can get anybody.
don't put me up that high.
Come on, man. Hook us up with ICP. We know you got the hookup.
Dude, I for real will get comments of like, hey, when are ICP planning to do this? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not part of their crew.
That's so funny. Yeah. Oh, I did want to ask you. I noticed. I seen your posts on Instagram about. I take it you took the plunge into Zool and
Yes.
and you're feeling it.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't for many years, and my homie Coma Black was the first one to ever try to turn me on to them at Gathering 17.
Okay.
So before they were ever signed to M&E,
Okay.
at the time, all they had out was the first Necronomicron. So I looked it up on YouTube, and I wasn't feeling it at all. And then when they, at Whoopstock, they performed, and I made it a point to go see them perform. And honestly, and it's probably because I was half asleep. I don't do nights at all. I'm a morning person, so I don't stay up late at
Yeah.
all.
I'm right there with you, man. Don't worry about it.
So I don't remember their fucking performance at all. Like now that I'm into them, I'm like trying to think back and I can't pull those memories because I don't remember it. But you know, they signed to M&E and I did check out Almighty and I it just wasn't clicking for me. So I was also at that time starting to branch out and listen to more strange music artists. So I think I was getting myself tuned to that type of rap.
Sure.
And Axe is not that type of rap at all.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, glad. Cool, man.
It took me a while. But I was on Faygo Lovers did a live stream and the homie Joker's Gallery invited me out to that. And in it, Mike Sears was like, yo, he dropped the fucking inbob, which he can do it, but I'm not good. He's like, this needs to fucking start listening to Axe. So that next day I was like, you know what? God damn it. Fuck it. I'm just going to make myself listen to this shit until I like it.
Yeah.
And by day 2, I was like, okay, it's growing on me. The problem is I was stuck in Necronomicron and I was stuck with the Almighty. The Almighty is good now. I enjoy it. But it took getting to Church of Zool and it took getting to Mausoleum. Mausoleum to me is a fucking fantastic album.
Okay. You know what?
And from there, it was like, I love this group.
Somebody in the comments they insisted, like, you got to listen to the Almighty. You have to, like, start there. I'm like, okay. And, like, I listen to Juggalos. And if people recommend shit, I try to be, a team player. I'm like, let me try it. I'm not trying to be a hater,
Yeah.
I listened to the Almighty. I listened to it like 2.5 times probably over the course of a couple of days, and like, it's fine. It's fine, and I see what there is to like about it, but there wasn't enough there for me to seek out Church of Zool or Mausoleum. So maybe I do need to check those out.
Yeah, check them out.
I can recognize
the better polished sound. I feel
I can recognize the talent. I just wasn't giving a shit.
What? Okay, so if I check them out, what should I start with?
That's DC.
I would start with either Church of Zool or Mausoleum for sure.
Okay.
So that's their newest like EP and LP, right?
Mausoleum came out in 2020.
Okay.
They had one that came out last year. It's the Necronomicron 2, Dead by Bong. You might enjoy that too. It's very good as well. But I don't know, the way that they put the music was put together on Mausoleum, I've really loved it.
Okay.
So it sounded a lot better to me. And I was able to go back and appreciate the other shit more. And actually, Necronomicron, the one that turned me off to them, the last week I bumped that album like probably 10 fucking times. It's finally becoming like a favorite of mine. I don't think I was tuned to their sound enough. So
to get tuned to ICP to a new person that you are trying to get to listen to ICP, what would you say? Would you say, hey, listen to Malenko?
Yeah.
And then go back. Get tuned with Malenko and then go back or forth, or would it be another album? Would it be comparable to,
See, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one to say because you got to find out what their taste is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to recommend it.
Like my instinct is to say Malenko, but at this point, Malenko is like, it's 25 fucking years old, dude. Like,
yeah, but it's so timeless.
it holds up like a motherfucker. But do you recommend a 25-year-old album of an artist that's still working today to say if you want to check?
You would almost want to say Fred or something nowadays,
right? That's what I at this point I might even recommend Yum Yum.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, bringing up my sister because she did get to a point where she wasn't listening to them, and the excuse that she always gave me was that she's got kids, she can't really listen to them. And let's just be honest, ICP's angry music.
Yeah,
they are. Their older shit is angry music.
Yeah.
And she's in a happier place. I was like, yo, when Found came out, I was like, go listen to a couple of these songs. And she hit me back. She's like, yo, I like some of these songs a lot. So it really just kind of depends on what people are feeling at the time. That's, to me, you got to find out what they're wanting to hear and then recommend it from there.
Yeah.
Like if you like happy-go-lucky shit, go listen to Found. If you like dark wicked shit, go listen to Hell's Pit. If you like grimy rap shit, check out The Tempest or Bizarre. That's good shit. That's good rap. So if you like flat out fucking wicked shit, clowny fucking shit, go check out Carnival Carnage, Ringmaster, Beverly Kills, Terror Wheel. That's cartoony shit.
And then the magic will take over from there.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good recommendation, like for people, because I see people post all the time on the Juggalo subreddit, like, hey, I'm just now getting into ICP, like, where should I start? I mean, they do have a 30-year fucking catalog at this point, which is that's daunting to somebody who's just discovering them. You know what I mean? And I do feel for them.
It's still so hard for me to believe that there's new
I know,
people
man.
coming in.
But I see it all the time on there, and like people like everyone's of course like Jekyll Brothers, Malenko, yeah, this and that. But you know, like I like hearing the flip sides of this because I'm assuming these people, if they're just now getting into ICP, they gotta be youngsters.
Yeah.
You know,
I would imagine
anyone our age at least knows some ICP.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like somebody they don't know saying they don't know any like just because they never sat down and listened to Def Leppard. They like I don't know any Def Leppard. Like motherfucker, you know like 10 Def Leppard songs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, ICP is now like Def Leppard. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All right. DC, did you have anything else you want to share with us, or any tales or anything you want to spin our way before we let you go, man? We don't want to tie you up anymore.
No, not much. I mean, I pretty much plugged what I wanted to plug, and that's the series that I'm wanting to do that you guys inspired. I want to fucking get you guys up, man. I want to see you guys grow. I don't understand how people haven't started fucking with you, but
Teach us your ways, DC.
huh?
Yeah, man. Give us some tricks of the
Yeah,
trade,
I-
man.
I don't know them.
You've been in it longer than
All I
us.
can say.
Keep grinding.
Yeah, man. You've
Yeah,
been in it.
with-
You've been in it a lot longer than us, man.
The new albums help. So like obviously Yum Yum just came out and they're dropping seeds. When these seeds come out, just start fucking doing videos. The views should follow and hopefully people are feeling what you're doing. I mean, that's what sucks is a lot of people are clinging to the negative shit, and I don't fucking understand it. I mean, I get it, but I don't like it.
Should
It's
we do some clickbaity shit and just come out and act like we're all into it? Like, Juggalos, listen up, ninjas. We got some stuff that we're gonna tell you.
Well, we have ideas to do stuff like that, but
It's all going to be skits, man. If we're going to
skits.
do shit like that, it's going to be stupid
Yeah.
skits, man.
Yeah, you guys had that fucking one of the Carnival of Carnage fucking interview. And when I saw it, I was like, yo, this reminds me of these fucking mock interviews. And I went through and I saw you guys had a lot of shit from that. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like that channel makes me cringe. That following makes me cringe
Yeah.
because it's like it just looks uneducated to me. And I'm like, God damn.
yeah,
dude.
and that's when you start talking about that stuff, you unfortunately start sounding gatekeepy, and you don't want to, but like it is just it's a weird fringe area of Juggalo, I think, that unfortunately is like it's like it just gets like ate up by fucking trolls, man. That's what it seems like.
I've always been okay with being an underdog. I always, I have been my whole life.
Keep it real.
I'm okay with that.
It's much more fun to keep it real, be yourself, and
Oh,
fucking
for
just
sure.
just laugh with your homies. You know what I mean? That's all
Yeah.
we're trying to do.
Yeah,
Like I said,
especially when you-
half this show is us dissing ICP. You know what I mean? And we love them, but we
Yeah.
shit on them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You guys keep doing your thing. You guys will grow. I have faith you guys will grow.
Well, thank you.
Man,
Sir.
I've been preaching the last couple years that subscriber counts aren't as important as viewer counts because, I mean, obviously.
Oh,
Mm.
that's why you don't do live streams, right?
Yeah, I mean, technical difficulties, they happen.
Yeah. Well, we didn't mean to hang up on you, man. I didn't know you. I had no fucking idea Zoom had a time limit.
I've actually, the job with what I do for work, I've actually heard that there are like 40-minute limits on them. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about it during
Yeah.
this.
Well,
So,
I just lost track of time talking to you, bro. I mean, it just goes that quick. I didn't even think it had been that long.
yeah, you guys are gonna have a fucking 3-hour live stream to fucking
Oh yeah, no,
to watch.
well, we already got a few songs in, so we'll be all
Yeah.
right. No,
Oh,
well,
hell yeah.
we at least want to bring you back to say goodbye, man. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. I
Yeah,
know
man.
we
Thank
keep
you.
doing your thing, man. We'll keep doing ours.
Yo, Carver, make sure you check out the outtakes of Missing Link. I promise you, it's fucking good.
We're gonna do that next week.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next week. That was the
'Cause-
plan anyway. So yeah.
I remember on Lost, you said you had never listened to it, and I'm like, yo, he has no idea what's fucking waiting for him.
Yeah.
Like, so many juggalos will tell you, like, there are songs on there, like the lost tracks on there.
Mhm.
Why the fuck did they scrap those? Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck did they scrap those? So,
and I know that's been a thing with them for a while. You know, why wouldn't they pick these songs to go on their Joker's card? So yeah, I get it, and I do have a newfound appreciation for Found, especially. Lost is a little higher now. It's still not my favorite, but I appreciate it a little bit better now that I actually listened to it. We went over it last week.
He said he made his own definitive Marvelous Missing Link album. So we should do that, and then we'll compare. And we'll see
absolutely.
That's a video I'm going to work on as well, because there's songs. I made a playlist. I've ripped some off of Lost, and I put the ones from the outtakes on there. Like, this is what it should have been.
Dope.
So I want to go in and actually like make it mix and sound good, because like in a playlist you can tell like this didn't mix well. The song tempos and everything, the skits and the way they mix them together, it's totally like that doesn't belong there.
Yeah,
I want to make it mesh better.
That would be cool.
Burn it onto a disc.
Yeah, there's an art to make an album flow. There's definitely an art to that.
Yeah.
All right, DC. Thanks for hanging with us, bro. We appreciate you, and hopefully this won't be the last time.
Oh, definitely. Anytime you guys want me on, you fucking reach out to me, and I'm here. Like, I love doing this right here. Like, I've told Roan before, because he's doing these interviews. I was like, when you make it big, remember I'm still your homie and have me on the show.
Yeah, right. No shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man, you're a good interview, and I really hope to see you at the gathering, bud.
Absolutely. I plan on being there.
All right, man.
So hopefully we make it.
Yep.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
Have a good one, bud.
Hey,
Peace.
you too.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, man.
What
DC Faygo
What
guy.
a class act, man.
He is.